Hi, this is Martinez from myrecipes.co.za. Today we're going to make fillet with chives, butter and lemon mashed potatoes. You need a good quality fillet. Dry the fillet properly with a paper towel, cut into 3 sections or 4 depending on the size, and then make sure you season it well with salt and pepper on all the sides of the fillet. Fillet is the best cut and it's absolutely amazing. This recipe is fantastic. Season properly. Now we're going to make the butter. Melt the butter slightly and then spread the butter out onto cling film. Add some salt and pepper and then take the chives, which you've cut into approximately 10 centimeter to 15 centimeter lengths, and wrap it up with the cling film as I'm showing you now, and wrap it up nice and tight into a sausage shape, and make sure that you twist the ends properly. We're going to put that in the freezer for 15 minutes. Now we're going to make the mashed potatoes. Take 3 mashed potatoes or 4 and cut them into 4 pieces after you've peeled them, obviously, and then we're going to season them properly with salt and pepper. Take 2 lemons and then zest the lemons properly, and we're going to put that in right at the end. Now we're going to use some milk and some cream, 50-50, so you can put any quantity in depending on the amount of potatoes you have. You just want to make sure that the liquid covers the potato, so 50% cream and 50% milk. Mix properly, season properly, and we're going to put that on the stove and we're going to bring it up to the boil for about 15 to 20 minutes until the potatoes are very soft. Quickly going to show you how to make a nice little snack. What you need is Parma ham and you need Parmesan cheese. Take your Parmesan cheese and make small little blocks. Get a pan, high heat, take the Parmesan cheese and wrap it in the Parma ham, and then we take some Italian spices and a little bit of garlic, and we fry these little bite-sized pieces in the pan until the Parmesan is almost melted and the Parma ham is nice and crispy on the outside. Wonderful little snack while you're busy preparing the rest of your meal. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. Enjoy. Now the mash is finished, or the potatoes are finished. Now we mash it up with a potato masher. We add the lemon zest that we made a little bit earlier. Taste, add a little bit of salt and pepper if necessary, and then we're going to chop up some parsley, about a handful of parsley, and mix that into the mashed potatoes. When you drain the potatoes, make sure you keep some of that liquid, that wonderful milk and cream mixture, so that you can add it into your mash as you're busy mixing it, because it dries out quite quickly, and what you want here is a nice and soft and creamy mashed potato. So add a little bit more of that wonderful sauce and wonderful liquid. Add a little bit more salt and pepper if necessary, and just keep mixing so that the zest is nicely released inside the mash. Add some parsley, and you can even add a little bit of parsley on top for as a garnish. Take some lemons and cut them into 4 pieces. Take a lemon and cut it into 4 pieces and put it on top, especially if you're going to be putting it onto a hot tray. Now we're going to make the steak. You need a big skillet, thick bottom skillet on high heat with olive oil. Make sure that it's very hot, smoking hot, and then add your fillet into the pan. You can get about 3 pieces or 4 pieces of fillet into a pan. Make sure you don't crowd it too much. You want that sizzle. Now it's very important that you sear the steak properly on all sides. So sear it on one side, turn it around onto the edges, and continue to sear the steak until it is very, very brown and properly seared. And it's very important with a fillet because it's generally quite a bland piece of steak. If you sear it properly, then searing, or color in this case, equals taste, and it's very important that you get the searing done properly. And high heat is very important. I like to use a big pan. Non-stick works extremely well. You take the fillet and you can move it around in the pan, put it on the sides so that it has the edges at the end of the pan to rest on, and that helps a lot to get all of the little ends and edges of the fillet properly seared, nice and brown. Okay, nice and brown, perfectly done. Inside it is very, very tender. Add half a cup of brandy and pour that over your steak. Lots of smoke. And then set it on fire. And there we go, flambe that beautiful fillet steak, and the aroma from the brandy is absolutely incredible. It is fantastic. It's the most wonderful, wonderful taste, and marries so well with the fillet. Move it around, make sure that you get it covered in that fantastic sauce. The aroma is absolutely magnificent. Now it will take you to get the fillet to medium rare, approximately 4 minutes on each side, and to get it to medium, about 5 minutes on each side. But it depends on the thickness of the steak. Get your butter out of the freezer and open that up, and we're going to now cut this butter into little medallions. So unwrap the butter, and cut the butter into medallions. Place the medallions on top of the fillet, and there is your wonderful fillet with butter chives ready to be served on top of your mashed potatoes. Filet mignon with butter chives and lemon mashed potatoes. Enjoy.